the sequence for opening up the chain that'll help to drain the wrist and the hand. It's real important to do this right before you have surgery because it'll open up the nodes that allow this fluid that accumulates extracellularly to be brought up back up to the venous circulation. So what you do is you start up at the neck and you pump it a bit right underneath the clavicles or the collarbones. And you can do 5 to 10 pumps right there. And then from there you can go down to the nodes that are in the front of the shoulder. Pump those a little bit. You can go to the nodes in the armpit. Those are real big ones for bringing up fluid from the hand and from the arm. And then probably the most important nodes are the antecubital nodes, and they're the ones that are right in the crease of the elbow. And again, those should be pumped. You could do this for a few days prior to surgery. It'll just assist in helping these pathways to be open so that you can have good fluid removal following this trauma that you're having to your wrist and your thumb. And then from there are no lymph nodes below the elbow. So everything else that comes up is superficial drainage, and that can be accomplished by stroking lightly. Everything from the back of the hand comes around to the forearm and up to these nodes. So you can just stroke it like that. And then the wrist, obviously, you can pump it a bit to get things to move up. And then the fingers have collectors on the sides of each finger. And since you're having this area worked on, I would recommend you just come and stroke those collectors that are up the side of the thumb. You can do all of the collectors like this on your fingers. But in particular, you're going to want to open up the pathways, the drainage that comes up from that, bringing it eventually up to these nodes and then up to the neck. So once you've stroked it and opened those areas up, you then go back and pump up here. And then following the surgery, since you'll be in a cast, you'll be able to access the antecubital nodes. And maybe the tips of your fingers. You could stimulate them by tapping them. But I would recommend you, and then there's one other thing, to stimulate the thymus or the head of the lymph system. If you just tap on it, on your sternum, it helps to stimulate that fluid to go down and get back into the venous circulation. I've found that, if you pre-treat this and then you treat, following the surgery, your recovery time will be a lot quicker. Swelling is really what prevents range of motion from coming back, and it actually promotes scar tissue. So anything you can do to get this to move will help to prevent those things from happening. Have fun.